Going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. Lookman.
That's just very well played. He can't hurt you with his back to goal, and he didn't go for the back heel.
Plays a clever pass. Tries to get it forward quickly.
Oh, we don't even need to look at the stats, do we, Peter? 0 attempts, 0 goals, and excitement, forget it.
That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. And it's been taken short. Defending of the desperate variety. It's a loose ball.
No space for Lookman. Ademola Lookman.
Very well defended again. Good feature for Rwanda in this game so far. Any high balls that have come into the area have been very well dealt with by the likes of Jinzi and Manzi. That was a super block to deny Lookman.
They are ahead of Nigeria in the table for a reason. Dogged side Rwanda, we're coming under pressure now. Aina lifting a crossover, headed behind Umbarenga. Odds right now on Sportybet: Nigeria to win 1.32, the draw 4.20, Rwanda to win 14.5. Sporty TV, a reminder, on YouTube, on the linear channels TV, Sporty TV on Star Times, TTT channel 258, TTH channel 190, and the OTT Star Times ON in Nigeria. And let's hope that Osimhen is fit to continue. He does not look like he's too happy at all there.
Shake of the head from Osimhen again. The physios were asking him the question and he seemed to be replying in the negative, so I think we might have to see a change very shortly. This is a real blow for the Super Eagles.
Well, it's huge. Not just for today, but that game against South Africa to come as well. Rwanda sorting a few things out. You can see the real unity in their squad. They started off with a scoreless draw in Butare against Zimbabwe. The only team to beat the group leaders, South Africa. They got a 2-0 win back in November 23 against South Africa on match day 2. Lost in Benin, won in Lesotho, lost at home to Nigeria before that draw. And they too were pegged back in a 1-1 draw in Kigali in their last match, just like Nigeria were. So the superstar attacker, Victor Osimhen, who has scored Nigeria's last 3 goals in this group, looks like he is going to have to come off. of them watching on in the stands would have been paying their money. See the likes of Osimhen, the Galatasaray striker. He looks really disappointed, but hopefully it's just a short-term injury that keeps him out for the remainder of this game and not for the next big one against South Africa. In the worst-case scenario, could he miss next month's matches as well? Well, this man was recalled, Cyril Dessers, who just moved from Scotland to Greece late in the summer transfer window, leaving Glasgow Rangers for Panathinaikos. One man's loss is another's opportunity, but looks like Nigeria will take the corner with just 10 players on the field. And away it goes. Rwanda repelled another set piece.
As you say, Mark, it's a chance for Dessers to show what he can do. Probably coming on earlier than he expected.
Lookman, Onyeka. Now Iwobi from distance and tipped over. Yakre Nwari, the Kaiser Chiefs goalkeeper, playing for that big South African club. He was taking no chances there.
11 against 11 again as Dessers comes on.
Again, the visitors do enough, fighting hard for what would be an incredible first World Cup appearance. And the header clear, but the ball comes back to Iwobi. Lookman, denied room again on the edge of the area. They've done that well, Rwanda. With Osimhen off, it's up to the likes of Iwobi, Simon, Lookman, some senior players to try and get Nigeria going here. This was the effort from Iwobi.
Optimistic from that sort of distance. I'd like to see Nigeria just show maybe a bit more imagination from the corner kicks. Every time Lookman is just... and Rwanda, the big men at the back are so dominant in the air.
That's a good ball in behind. Challenge was from Ola Aina, a fair one in the eyes of the referee. And here comes the Nottingham Forest fullback. 47 caps he's earned for Nigeria now. London-born, former England's under-20 cap. Lookman. Well, that's what Dessers will give you, those runs in behind, always staying on the shoulder of a defender. Iwobi. Three-time African champions looking to up the tempo maybe before the break. Through for Lookman this time. It's Bassi. Yamechi. Simon. Great skill. Get past the second man though, that was Ombarenga.
Very optimistic look at the referee there by Moses Simon, but he's never going to get a penalty for that. Good example though of his trickery and his ability on the ball. Just ran out of pitch really.
Again, Simon, ahead of this match, was explaining the difficulty that Nigeria have had in this group. A few different managers, Jose Peseiro, Benidi George, Rachel. But he was backing the manager, saying that he is instilling a fighting spirit in this Nigeria squad.
One win and one draw under Shell in the group so far. Were it not for that late equaliser by Zimbabwe, it'd be 2 wins out of 2.
Offside flag is raised here. This game brought to you by Sportybet live in Nigeria. You can catch all the remaining World Cup qualifiers involving the Super Eagles right here on the channel. South Africa away on Tuesday in Bloemfontein.
Big one.
And this is the game in hand that Nigeria have on the group leader South Africa. 9 points to make up. If they can't get first spot, they have to get second to get a playoff place. That was a foul on Onyeka. Well, the referee might hold things up, and that will annoy the home support again. Bonner Mugisha, who is down at the moment. No big names in this Rwanda lineup. You can't point to one star player. It's a team effort that has got them this far. Mugisha, like a few of the players, has played in countries like Libya and Tunisia. And they know they have to work hard to try and get the top 2 finish in this group. 3 of their last 4, including this one, away from home. Although Zimbabwe are playing all of their home qualifiers on neutral ground due to compliance issues with stadiums in their own country. And there's Osimhen. Doesn't look too worried. He didn't feel he was fit to continue again. You see the keeper down.
Again, it just breaks the rhythm of the game. It's probably Murray using his experience here just to break the flow of the game as we approach half-time. He's still having a problem with that shoulder. That was the issue earlier on as well. So it is a genuine injury. I think this isn't game playing necessarily, but at the same time, the stoppage suits Rwanda more than it does Nigeria.
Well, we have seen it more and more in the professional game. If the keeper goes down, you have to stop it. So
I don't know what they can do about that.
It works both ways, though. It's a stoppage for Rwanda, but it's also a chance for Shell to make some tweaks.
Likewise for Amrouche to have a word with his troops too. Rwanda, 24 coaches in the last 3 decades. How long will Adel Amrouche last over there?
He's doing pretty well.
He is.
But in terms of population, in terms of world rankings, Nigeria over 230 million, Rwanda closer to 15 million. Nigeria world number 44, Rwanda 127. It's a game that every Super Eagles fan will be expecting to win.
And that was reflected in the pre-match odds as well. You know, they are on paper a much stronger side than Rwanda, but the one thing Rwanda have going in their favour is a very, very tight defence, and we've seen examples of that in this first half. They've defended very well. A few really good blocks when Lukman has looked dangerous. They've headed everything away from the free kicks and corner kicks that have come in. They obviously Osimhen had the ball in the net offside, but so far so good as far as Rwanda are concerned.
That's the difference as well when you look at the last meeting of the sides. Osimhen with a goal disallowed after 8 minutes today. He got the opener after 11 in Kigali in March. And he got another at a crucial stage, first half stoppage time in that 2-0 success. There's another visiting player is down. It is Mugisha. But if you're the home team, if you're the favourite, if you're such a big team like Nigeria, you have to cope with this. And that's what Eric Schell said as well in the pre-game press conference. He says the state of mind of my players is the most important thing.
Very interesting to see how they come out in the second half, because they have dominated this game territorially. They've had a few half chances. You know, Iwobi's shot from distance tipped over the crossbar. A couple of efforts from Lukman just off target, but really they haven't troubled the Rwandan goalkeeper Murray enough in the first 45 minutes, you'd argue, from a Super Eagles perspective. They have the players to do it.
Iwobi is one of them. That was his dipping effort, and sometimes a shot like that can get a team going as well.
Decent effort, but you'd expect the goalkeeper to make that save.
His uncle was pretty good, JJ Okocha. Could do with him in the Nigeria midfield today. Olympic gold medalist in a couple of World Cups, former captain of the Super Eagles.
Iconic player.
African champion. So 5 minutes of stoppage time. That's good news for Nigeria, because I'd imagine with all the stoppages, Rwanda are eyeing the clock. A draw away from home in this game. Not a bad result at all for Rwanda. A reminder, there is a one-up feature on Sportybet. If your team goes up by 1 goal at any point during the game, you win, regardless of the final result. There's the Sporty Jet mini game on Sportybet as well. Chance to win big in that one, but do bet responsibly and betting only for over 18s. Our keeper's come a long way and took out one of his own men. It's Thierry Manzi, the player who was hit by his keeper, slapped him on the back afterwards. It was a good decision from Inwari.
Decisive goalkeeping by the Kaiser Chiefs netminder. I see a yellow card here for something. I'm not quite sure what the offence was there.
The initial offence was Iwobi with a bit of a lazy pullback. Then it was Ombarenga who caught the attention of the referee. It is a Rwanda free kick though. Visitors attacking down the left and Chuti waiting in the middle. Now, free kick for Rwanda. Right on the corner of the Nigeria penalty area. This is the kind of thing that the visiting side would have been waiting for.
You mentioned the 2-1 win for Rwanda back in November in the AFCON, and Jinzi scored in that game. He will be a threat here.
It's Mugisha who kind of bought the free kick there from Dessers. Amon. It's the left-footed player. Lining up the set piece again. The captain, Bizimana, is there too. It's left to Bizimana. That's too close to the keeper. A wasted chance for Rwanda, but a chance for Nigeria to break at speed here. They have got the counter-attack going. It will be pulled back there, surely. The referee had the whistle in his lips. Advantage played. Iwobi's ball towards Dessers at the back post, picked off by Nwari.
Magali with that little pull back, and maybe if a free kick had been awarded, he might have picked up a yellow card for that. It was a fairly obvious intentional pull. But referee played the advantage non-accrued.
Indeed. That's Moses Simon. Two players sticking tight to him. And Nenechi with a cross. And then the volley. Well, wide of goal in the end. Worth a go from that kind of distance. Would have been spectacular from Aina. What's lacking in this first half from Nigeria?
Composure in that sort of situation. Aina might have been better off to try and bring that down and keep, you know, they've plenty of bodies in the box. And that final ball sometimes has been missing for Nigeria in this first half. When you have players with quality and Lukman.
Doing really well. He's a pretty good game at right back. Despite picking up that yellow card, Lookman left it for Simon. Simon doing well to win it again. Can the Super Eagles strike late here? Moses Simon. It's that half yard. Not able to get it. And there's
that final ball again, Mark. You know, very wasteful. Look how many players they have in the area.
And that'll be half-time. A frustrating half for Nigeria. They had that disallowed goal from Victor Osimhen early in the piece, and then even worse, they had Osimhen going off injured after 35 minutes. Apart from that, not too many chances for the home team. They'll have to improve, and they'll have to test that goalkeeper, Fiacre Nwari, a lot more in the second period. It is a crucial 45 minutes to come for the Super Eagles. A quick huddle before they return to the dressing room. It is Nigeria 0, Rwanda 0 at half-time.
Anytime I kiss your face, I smoosh your. It fell on Monday.
Sporty bet. Unbelievable.
Wow! Amazing.
Sir, these are the best. They are all special 1 level.
They don't look exactly like winners. But let's see. Name?
Ifanyo Bina from Lagos, sir.
The king of virtual games.
A virtual winner?
37 straight win, sir.
Impressive. You, skyscraper. What's the view from up there?
I see all the crash points, sir. That is why I'm the crash games expert.
Did a 1586 multiplier while parking the bus, sir.
Outstanding. Any sports expert?
Abena Ofori from Accra.
Yes, he's the #1 in Maltese.
Pathological optimist. I like it.
Yes, sir. Life is too short to settle for just one, sir.
Mister, you have a bonus pick.
Hey, you.
Yes, you.
You talking to me?
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Welcome to the team. I am Jose Mourinho.
And we are football.com.
Elevate your banking experience with 10. It's time to invest in your future. Make a wish. Make it real. 10. The right equation for smart living. 10 is more than a number. It's the victory of financial peace of mind. 10. The ultimate slam dunk in banking. 10. Smart banking for smart living. Download the app now or visit 10.com.
Mama, so these guys still call you Mama Dugu? Yes, now, because they know I always express love to them. Special lady, take your Indomie Oriental. Pepper lover, your Indomie pepper soup. Take your Indomie crayfish. Thank you.
From childhood favorite to new discoveries, keep expressing love with Indomie flavors.
Hey, Cherry. Stadium. Come on, new guy. Go on.
Winning big, winning big, winning big.
And Shola is named as the best player in the world.
The stakes are high. Stamford Bridge today. Neto plays the ball in. Shola!
Come on, man. Where were you?
Winning big.
Bet now and win big with M Sport.
Welcome back from the Godswill Akpabio Stadium, the Nest of Champions. Halftime, and it is goalless at the break. Victor Godfrey still very much in the company of Adeze Michael and Chigozie Brown. Guys, let me get your thoughts on the first half. If I'm being very honest, it felt very, very tedious for the Super Eagles. Ada, you're nodding in agreement?
Honestly, that is the word.
Yeah.
It's been tedious, it's been laborious, it's been chaotic because of the injury to Victor Osimhen. So everybody's just like, the span of the team is no longer there. Where do we go? No direction whatsoever. But again, it shows that Rwanda are playing the script perfectly. It came to just soak up the pressure. And when it's time for the fast break, they're just going to run into channels and space, running at the defenders of Nigeria. But they've not really had that time because the Super Eagles have been able to recover turnovers and try to put the pressure on them. But there's no clear-cut chance.
All right. Well,
or chances rather for the Eagles.
Talking about chances, though, we did have a goal, or at least the ball in the back of the net in the 8th minute, Brown, but it was ruled off as offside. We had a conversation when we were watching that particular action, and I felt that he was actually onside. But you're of the opinion that it wasn't. He wasn't onside, and that was the right call.
Yeah, I do think he was slightly offside on that occasion. It was a bit closer. If you look at the lines, he was a bit closer to the center.
Let's take a look at this.
Yeah.
Brown, he's onside.
He's leaning farther in front of... It's the angle of the camera, right? He's leaning farther in front of the defender. You can see his upper body is almost in the 6-yard box. Meanwhile, the defender is clearly well outside the 6-yard box. But then again, that was a goal that was created from a link-up between Ademola Lookman and Victor Osimhen. And I think that, the problem that we've had is that their box has been so congested. There's been quite a little. There's been a little that we could do, to kind of create that little, space. And then the problem for me is that we're not making the right decisions in the final third.
Okay, let me get Ada's thoughts on this as well. Ada, do you feel that that goal was actually rightfully chalked off as offside, or do you feel that Osimhen perhaps was just marginally onside? By the way, there's no VAR in this game.
Well, the eye test shows that Victor is slightly, just the word they want to use, fractionally off.
Okay.
Just maybe his arm now. If there was that line, the famous line, the VAR line, it would have just been his arm slightly above, the line of Rwanda. So it's a good decision. It's the right one that Victor was just offside. But I don't think that would be something that would be the reason why Nigeria, after that Goma situation, we didn't see any other action.
Oh, but we did actually. We had a chance from Moses Simon this time around, forcing a save from the goalkeeper of Rwanda. But again, Brown, you mentioned something about finding the spaces and making the right decisions. What are your thoughts on this?
This was, again, this was partially a quick switch of play in the sense that by the time the ball comes out to Osimhen, he lays off the pass to Alex Iwobi. Iwobi releases the pass immediately, gets to Moses Simon. It's a tame effort that's created because, you know, obviously Moses Simon has the dancing feet. But I think that that's something that we are doing too sporadically for it to make any difference. In the sense of quick passing that could potentially catch the Rwandans out before they've organized their defense, because their defense has looked really well. But for me, I think it's a lot less about their defense looking really good and more about the ineptitude of what it looks like in attack that is making them look a bit more comfortable.
Well, I think that the chance of Moses Simon, for me, was so close to the goalkeeper.
Should he have perhaps squared the ball instead of...
I agree with you, squared the ball, but he felt that I'm closer to goal, let me try. But good credit to the goalkeeper.
But in that position, we saw if he cut the ball back, you had Osimhen and Ademola Lookman who were similarly in space.
Of course, Ademola Lookman was completely unmarked, but he didn't
Both of them were completely unmarked.
He didn't have instinct. He just went for goal, and that was a very tame effort. It didn't generate a lot of power to trouble the goalkeeper. If you're going to shoot from there, ensure that you have the ball well wrapped around your foot. If you're going to side foot it, you have to make sure that there's a lot of power that the goalkeeper will not be able to just save it comfortably, bouncing it on the floor. I mean, that was really poor from Moses Simon.
So Simon had the shot on target. It was well saved for by the goalkeeper of Rwanda. Up next now will be Alex Iwobi with a strike from range. Now, I was questioning the trajectory of the ball. It didn't have much of a pace or a bite around it, but it was more like a long-range looping effort, Brown. And that's Alex Iwobi doing something we don't usually get to see from him normally, a strike from range.
Yeah, truth be told, I think it looked a little bit more difficult during the play, but when the replays came around, it looked like it didn't necessarily have as much dip, but the goalkeeper just scooped it over just to be sure. But again, we need that kind of mentality, I feel like, because...
But doesn't that say that Rwanda has done a good job preventing us from having any incision into their box and then making us have strikes from range? Because that's it.
It's a double-edged sword, in my opinion.
Okay.
In the sense that it's... On one side, it tells that, oh yeah, Rwanda did a great job at keeping us outside the box. On the other side, it shows that, well, if you don't let us in the box, you've got people who can shoot.
Well, I think we have to give credit to the defense of Rwanda. Coming into this game, they had only considered 4 goals in the qualifiers. Yeah, 4 goals. So it shows that, like I said, it's a team set up to defend. It's a team of counter-attack. So the truth is that we have to give credit to the defensive line for trying to shut out...
2.
Yeah,
just saying.
Yeah, of course, in Kigali. But all of their defense is actually watertight. Where they have issue as a team is, scoring goals and putting the ball into the back of the net. But like I said, they had this new coach. They brought him in around March, and what he's done is to make Rwanda, first of all, difficult to score against. And considering 4 goals in about 6 games, that is a minus plus in every game. So it means that their defense is actually watertight.
Let's take a look now at a big, major event that took place in the first 45, and it's a very big blow for fans of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, as the star striker in Victor Osimhen seemed to have picked up a knock. Now, we do not know how serious this is, but you're thinking about the game against South Africa on Tuesday, looking towards the... But Osimhen seems to be in a huge amount of discomfort in that particular exchange.
Yeah, it's very, it looked very painful. The Rwandan, in trying to get across Osimhen's body and boot the ball away, had actually, he just laid on Osimhen's leg at a very bad angle that kind of twisted it. And hopefully, it doesn't rule him out for any period of time, but that looked like he looked like he was in a lot of pain. It's a massive, because the moment he came off, it looked like there was no threat up front. Which is sad.
Tisk. Let's take a look now at the first 45 minutes in terms of the stats. Like we said, it wasn't the best attacking display from Super Eagles in terms of creating clear-cut chances. But to our credit, we have stifled the Rwandans as expected. You wouldn't expect Rwanda to come to Nigeria and then boss us around. But we should be the bulk of position that we have. Yeah,
we should be doing better. We have mustered 3 shots on target, 58% possession. And Wabal is practically resting. He's not really had...
apart from having, moments of, where he's
with
exchanging...
innocence, of course. but I thought it's been... Ekong, the captain, talked about dominance. But dominance without end product, goals, is amounting to nothing. So they can do better, especially with the balls in the final third.
I think
it's about intelligence.
I think the stats are very deceptive. 6 shots, 3 on target. Looks like, oh yeah, we had a lot more dominance than we did, right? The 3 shots on target weren't particularly venomous. Easy saves for the goalkeeper. I think that we could do better in that.
All right, now, obviously, there is room for improvement for the Super Eagles of Nigeria in the second half. We should go on a break. When we come back, hopefully, we'll have a better performance in the second 45.
Anytime I kiss your face, I smoosh your...
Sporty bet. Unbelievable.
Wow! Amazing.
New user.
Mourinho's. Assemble.
Activating the Special One experience.
Push, 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 push.
It's a multi-bet.
We need to give 1000%. We always push to the limit. It's 2 goals up, boss.
Cash out. Cash out.
Let's go!
I am Jose Mourinho. I am football.com.
Elevate your banking experience with 10. It's time to invest in your future. Make a wish. Make it real. 10. The right equation. 10 is more than a number. It's the victory of your peace of mind. 10. The ultimate slam dunk in banking. 10. Smart banking for smart living. Download the app now or visit 10.com.
Hey, Cherry. Stadium, please.
Breaking news out of Stamford Bridge. Shola to Chelsea. Here we go.
Come on, new guy.
Go on.
Winning big, winning big, winning big.
Shola is named as the best player in the world.
The stakes are high at Stamford Bridge today. Neto plays the ball in. Shola!
Come on, man. Where were you?
Winning big. Bet now and win big with M Sport.
Second half about to get underway. Hopefully the fans can get behind the Super Eagles. We'll let you enjoy second 45.
World Cup. Nigeria and Rwanda facing off in Group C. Still inseparable at the halfway point. 0-0. The half-time score. Nigeria largely on the front foot. They really need the 3 points here. Rwanda might just settle for a single point and hope they can pick up enough in the remaining 3 games to threaten the top 2 spots. Nigeria, no, they can't afford to drop any more points, though, with higher expectations than their visitors for the afternoon.
So welcome back for the second half, a huge World Cup qualifier between Nigeria and Rwanda in Uyo, and it is Nigeria, the home side, in white, who get us started again. And they have made a change at the break. Frank Onyeka going off, Tolu Alakadare coming on, the man who has just sealed a move to Wolverhampton Wanderers from the Belgian side, Genk. He is a goal scorer, and Nigeria need goals right now. It is getting serious for the Super Eagles if it wasn't before. Their World Cup chances, well, they are resting on this game. They need a victory. Con Murphy watching this one alongside me. Mark Rodden.
I think
really
it's a
good
positive
enough
change, Mark, from Eric Shell at the break. Eric Odere is going to pose a real threat up front. And Onyeka a little anonymous in that first half, but now you have Dessers and Eric Odere up front.
Well, big news, of course, from the first half, apart from a disallowed goal for Victor Osimhen, was the fact that Victor Osimhen went off injured. Cyril Dessers coming in for him. So it's been a bad night so far for Nigeria. The keeper spilled it. Well, he got lucky, did Nwari there. Dropped it at the feet of Ademola Lookman. We haven't seen many mistakes from Rwanda. Very disciplined in defence. And the keeper as well has been pretty good in everything he's done. And that could have been the gift that Nigeria needed.
Big physical presence up front, Arcadari. Rwanda have defended so well in that first half. They've particularly aerially, everything that came into the box was cleared. Suddenly now they have the big number 10 to deal with. And it just asks a different question of the Rwanda defence in this second half.
Well, at the break, the odds on Sportybet: Nigeria to win 1.47, the draw 3.15, Rwanda to win 13.5. There's the one-up feature, which is very much live for both teams with the game scoreless. If your team goes up by 1 goal at any point during the game, you win, regardless of the final result. There's the SportyJet mini game on Sportybet as well, a chance to win big on that one too. To bet responsibly, and betting reserved for over 18s only. I hope you're enjoying the action on Sporty TV. The 3 remaining World Cup qualifiers for Nigeria after this: South Africa away, Lesotho away, and Benin at home. They are all live on Sporty TV as well. There's the YouTube channel. There's the linear channels. Sporty TV available for Smart Times, DTT channel 258, DTH channel 190, and the OTT Star Times ON in Nigeria.
Just saw a little example there a few moments ago of a high ball played in towards Arcadari, and he won the header on the edge of the area. It was the first time we'd seen a Super Eagles striker out-jump one of the defenders.
Well, that was a dangerous cross. It's come to Lookman here, the shot. It's bounced off 1 or 2 players, it looked like there. Well, 1 win from 7. If this game finishes in a draw, not many teams qualify for a World Cup with that kind of record.
No, this is a must. This is a huge 45 minutes now for the Super Eagles. Really is a must-win match for Eric Shell's side. Gonna throw everything at this, you feel. Just get the feeling that it's only a matter of time before they make the breakthrough here. Hope I'm not tempting fate.
Here's Iwobi. Goes to Aina. Lukman for Iwobi again. Need to try and move this Rwanda defence around a bit more. Nigeria, of course, Africa Cup of Nations runners-up last time in the Côte d'Ivoire, losing 2-1 against the hosts in February of last year. They'll be in Morocco for the latest edition in December. Tanzania, Tunisia and Uganda to come in the group stage. Well, this is better from Nigeria, and it's Aina, and it's in! Tolu has got the final touch! What a huge goal that is for the Super Eagles! And the crowd in Uyo go wild.
Well, I did say that I felt there was a breakthrough on the way, and the introduction of Tolu, just his physical presence up there, has made all the difference. Lovely little flick from him initially there.
Her shot blocked as well. Aina had a go. And then the finish from as close in as he can get.
Two players playing him onside. A unique finish from Tolu. Crucial breakthrough.
Rwanda were wondering about an offside because Tolu was behind the keeper. There were a couple of defenders on the pitch at the time. It doesn't really matter because the goal's going to stand no matter what. Tolu Rakadare, the saviour for the Super Eagles, his first competitive goal for his country. The man from Lagos, 6'6". The man who got over 20 goals for Genk in the Belgian Pro League last season, joint top goal scorer in Belgium, won the Ebony Shoe Award as the best African player operating in the Belgian top flight. That kind of form got him a move to Wolves, and his goal has forced a change straight away from Rwanda. The right back, Omborenga, who was booked in the first half, is being withdrawn. And in comes Kwizera, a man born in the DRC, a man who spent a lot of his life in the United States, and he's still playing in the US with Rhode Island, and a spell in Canada with Montreal as well, so it would be a really special experience for him in particular if Rwanda managed to make it to the World Cup finals in the US, Canada and Mexico next year.
That's a positive change for Amrouche as well, bringing Kwizera on, a player who can score a goal, who'll get forward on that left-hand side, replacing a defender. So it looks like Rwanda are going to have to chase the game a bit, and Kwizera coming on will help them in that respect, but it may just leave gaps at the back that can be exploited by the Super Eagles as well. So it's opening up the game. I think we have an exciting second half ahead here now.
Well, live odds after the goal on Sportybet: Nigeria to win 1.05, the draw 9.25, Rwanda to win out at 75 now, and the one-up odds for Rwanda are 50. Bet responsibly, and only if you're over 18. Free kick for Nigeria. The crowd, well, the music is a little louder now, the fans a bit more energized in general, just like the players.
The band hitting the right notes up in the stands, and the Super Eagles hitting the right notes on the pitch in this second half as well. That change really, you know, manager sometimes earn their wages by making brave choices, and bringing Tolu on there at half-time has paid dividends so far for Eric Schell. It's just such a big player for any defense. To try and cope with, you know.
Here's Lookman. Now Aina. Had the chance to get his first goal for Nigeria. He might create one here. That's really good play. Cut back for Lookman, well read. Sporty news airing Monday to Friday. That's 1600 hours. Sporty show from Monday to Thursday. And 1900 hours, plenty to talk about as Dessers almost got a second. And the first half substitute. Will surely get more chances if Rwanda take a few more risks.
Second goal could be so crucial for Nigeria in terms of putting this game to bed. Rwanda only, although I was saying earlier on, they've only conceded 4 goals in the group so far. They've only scored 4 as well. So goals have been hard to come by for the Wasps. And if they were to go 2-0 down here, it'd be very hard to see them coming back from that. And one, still have a chance.
Certainly do. They will have to go for it. Manzi, the diagonal is well judged. Nigeria defend well too, though. Moses Simon will enjoy a bit of extra space, often 2 men with him, but this time it's only Kavita, and it's Moses Simon who has a shot blocked. Dessers challenges, and Simon tries again. Tolu with a header down. Eventually, Nwari comes to claim.
That's exactly the area where Nigeria will hope to exploit in the absence now of Omborenga, who went off, substituted with Kwizera coming on. It just gives that extra bit of space on the left-hand side for Nigeria as they attack, and nobody better than Moses Simon to exploit that space, as we saw there, creating the opportunity.
Claude's Mugabu goes down, one of several players playing with a local side in Rwanda. He's with Etior, and he's been really upset by that challenge from Tolu, but gives you an idea of the difference he's made. The goal scorer. He's given a headache to Adel Amrouche, the Rwanda head coach. He's in the ear of the 4th official.
Tolu was at pains to apologise. It was a genuine attempt by him to get the ball. There was no intent there at all from the striker. It was just an accidental collision. And although Mugabu is making a fuss about it, and he does have a bloody nose, I don't think you can blame the Super Eagles number 10. Speaking of big men up the front,
a lot of people around the world would love to see the colour that the Nigerian fans bring to a World Cup. And a win here would put them in a better position would move them 2 points above Rwanda into third in the table, a point behind Benin, 6 behind South Africa.
And still with the home game against Benin to come to round off the group. That could be an important game, if not for outright first place in the table. Could be a crucial one to decide runners-up.
Remember to check out the Sporty TV app, available on whatever phone you've got. The only place to get all of the Sporty TV action on the go, including the English Premier League and the Liga matches too. Sporty Hero Player of the Match poll will be coming up soon enough. Long journey, to say the least, for Rwanda today. Close to 3,000 miles, or about 4,500 kilometers between Lagos and Kigali. About 80 hours by car if you fancy it, through Cameroon, Central African Republic, and Africa leading the way. Nigeria with lots of ground to make up. They get their main attackers like Nshuti into the game. Roderick cutting out that attack, but an awkward moment there for Mobali, the goalkeeper.
Yeah, I don't think he appreciated that back pass from Frederick. Dealt with it all right in the end, though.
Now it's Simon in space again. Racing into the area. Moses Simon, good save. There's Lookman. Another great save from Nwari. Well, that could have been the clincher. Instead, it's a free kick for Rwanda. The captain, Bizimana, has hurt himself here. But Rwanda still in the game thanks to their goalkeeper, Bakri Nwari, the 25-year-old.
Great double save, although Lookman will be disappointed with his follow-up effort here. Really should have scored. This should be 2-0. He didn't catch it cleanly. Allowed the keeper make the save. But again, that space for Simon on the left-hand side.
Almost a nervous moment there. Half an appeal for a penalty from the Rwandan players. That's pretty hopeful. Appeal to the referee. Formerly in charge of Mali. Is he the man to lead Nigeria to the World Cup again? This is first year in charge. Africa Cup of Nations getting underway in Morocco on December 21st. First game for the Super Eagles on the 23rd. The World Cup is the focus right now. 3 points essential in this one.
If they do collect the 3 points, it sets up the game against South Africa so very well in midweek. What a crucial match that's going to be now.
Nigeria drawing 1-1 at home against South Africa in June of last year. And from behind in that one. Thankful for an equaliser from Sayo Telibashiro of Lazio in Italy.
Could see another long throw from Maina here again. He's able to launch it an awful long way.
There you have it. Good target man there in Tolu now, but Rwanda slow to clear, and another good save. This time it was Ndidi who came close.
Well, I've been so complimentary about Rwanda's defending all night, but that was comical defending. They almost paid the price. Again, the goalkeeper coming to the rescue, but the Super Eagles should be 2-0 ahead now.
That was a foul on Bassi by Nshuti. Referee from Chad having to explain one or two decisions to a few different people out there. The tension is high. The stakes are very high.
Bassett just winded, I think, by that challenge. Didn't receive any treatment in the end, so he's able to stay on. Despite the fact that the physios paid a visit, he didn't actually apply any treatment to Calvin Bassi. Here he is.
Wilfred Ndidi was 21 when Nigeria last went to the World Cup in 2018. The captain today in place of William Trostekong. He had the latest chance to make it 2-0.
I thought it was very interesting just before half-time as well, when the whistle blew. Indeed, he had a long chat with his teammates before they went back inside, showing real captaincy.
He is one of the senior players in this squad now. Experienced a lot with Leicester City in England, over 300 appearances for them. FA Cup winner, promoted and relegated. And now with the latest long throw. And that's nicely done. Can Rwanda pose a threat? Ball in behind here. And Nshuti waiting for the cross. It comes. And it's gobbled up by the keeper.
The problem for Rwanda there was Nshuti was the only player in the area to be found, and difficult, easily claimed by the keeper. No volley in the end. Good break nevertheless. Nigeria will be well aware as well, having been 1-0 up against Zimbabwe in their last home game, right until the death, until that 90th minute equaliser. They'll be well aware of how precarious a 1-0 lead can be.
They're going to finally get the first home win in the group. Nshuti, Calvin Bassi, Iwobi mops up for Nigeria, and Simon heavily wins the throw-in.
Good work rate from Iwobi, deep inside his own half there, and made a vital interception to win that ball back for Nigeria. Lovely first touch by Tolu. Fortunately for him, he was offside.
So the updated live odds: Nigeria to win 1.03, the draw is out to 11, Rwanda to win 100 on Sportybet right now. This match brought to you by Sportybet. Still a chance to bet on Rwanda in the one-up feature. The Sportyjet mini game as well, live in Nigeria thanks to Sportybet, on YouTube, on the linear channels as well. Start times DTT channel 258, DTH channel 190. Rwanda on the attack here. Have they got a corner? They have. Always remember to bet responsibly, and only if you're over 18.
Good ball from Guizera there to set up Gilbert Mugisha. All of a sudden Rwanda have a corner kick, and it's moments like these they'll be looking to seize upon.
Sitting limping a little bit, it looks like, on the bench there. Guizera will take the corner, got the goal against Lesotho in the 1-1 draw in Rwanda's last qualifier in March. The substitute hoping that the likes of Fanuel Kavita can challenge and win this one in the air. The in-swinger is a good one, flicked on dangerously, the header on target. Well, that was a bit of a scare for Nigeria. We've been praising Rwanda at one end, all those tall defenders. Well, the flip side is they can be a real threat from a corner or a free kick. And we saw that there, the closest.
Nigeria, but it is a threat as Nigeria come in search of a second.
Simon with a cross, Tolu with a header down, it's Ademola Lookman. Iwobi arriving. And Rwanda able to get it cleared, Iwobi unable to prevent the clearance. Slowing down a little bit there, the Fulham midfielder. Back into the action, nice first touch layoff for Lookman. He goes down looking for a free kick and he gets one as well.
Great play by Lookman to win the ball back initially. Showed real determination to get that ball off Rwanda as they look to counter-attack and then force the free kick. Really good play by Ademola Lookman.
Well, he's in Atalanta's Champions League squad. Back in favour. Could still move to Turkey or Saudi Arabia. The transfer windows there open for a little longer. 52 goals and 118 appearances for Atalanta since moving from Leipzig in 2022. 8 goals in 30 appearances for Nigeria, and he won't add to that tally this evening. He's being withdrawn.
He should have. He had a great chance in this second half. Wasn't to be.
I mentioned him earlier. Lazio man who is coming on. He is to move to England at a very young age. Free kick to come. Oh, it's on target. Well saved again. Well, in this second half, Mari has done his utmost to keep Rwanda in it. Really good hit. And top goalkeeping as well. Moses Simon ready for the corner. It's low and not very effective, it has to be said. Foul gives Rwanda a free kick.
Well, Lookman has been taking the corner kicks for Nigeria tonight. He's just gone off, and Simon will be hoping to do better than that if they get any more corners in this game. That was a really poor delivery.
He's had a great career though. Moses Simon. Starting out in the GBS Academy, moved to Slovakia for a few months, then exploded onto the scene with Ghent in Belgium, a league winner there in 2015. Cup winner with Nantes in France. Still only 30. Now, the second in quick succession here from Onyemaechi.
These are the nervy moments as Rwanda send the big men forward for this free kick. No threat.
It's not been innocent in Chuti's day. Goal scorer on his last visit to Nigeria. He had very little to work with this evening, replaced by Abedi Biramahire. Kwizera. And the free kick was well attacked by the Nigerian defence. Mansi playing it to Mutsinsi. Too many opportunities for Dessers. Belgian-born Nigeria international, but they have looked to and used the diaspora quite well. Dessers' father from Belgium, but his mother from Nigeria. And there's 3 goals for the Super Eagles since his debut way back in 2020. Back it goes to Bizimana.
Rwanda have nothing to lose really here in the last 11 minutes. Expect them to commit players to attack here in search of an equaliser. Again, something that the Super Eagles may be able to exploit on the counter-attack, but Rwanda have to give it a go.
Well, that is the worry for Nigeria. They've had lots of chances in this second half, but the game still in the balance when perhaps it shouldn't be. I did think that William Trust Ekong, the Nigeria captain, on the bench today, he put it nicely in the pre-game press conference. You can only take things one step at a time. That's the only way you can advance in a group. No point thinking about all the matches to come and that big one against South Africa. You have to take care of what's in front of you. Ndidi planning his man.
Sense of urgency from Rwanda. You could see how quickly Bizimana wanted to take that free kick and get on with it.
Into the final 10 minutes. Get your votes in for Sporty Hero of the Match. Now it's Dessers, one-on-one. That was very calm and very good defending. Be a real sting in the tail for the Super Eagles. This will be a super result, even if it finishes just 1-0. This game brought to you by Sportybet live in Nigeria. And I can tell you the Sporty Hero nominees are the Rwanda goalkeeper Kre Nwari, and 3 Nigerians, Alex Iwobi for the home team, Wilfred Ndidi. Rwanda enjoying a lot of possession all of a sudden. Using it well, though.
Ball there, just when they were building.
Using it well, though.
Ball there, just when they were building up ahead of steam. As you said, lots of bodies up ahead of steam. As you said, lots of bodies inside the Nigerian half of the pitch, and a sloppy ball just gives possession back to Nigeria. Osimhen isn't wearing a watch, but he's checking one on his wrist as that clock ticks on.
That's good play from Rwanda. They are looking alive. Looking alive. Looking lively. Looking lively. Looking dangerous at times too. Indeed, he gets it away. Long range shot.
Good flick on there by Tolu.
Odysseus has fouled Mutsinzi. Odysseus has fouled Mutsinzi. Moses Simon said it doesn't matter who scores as long as Nigeria win. It is a results business, of course, football, but imagine Nigeria will have to play a little bit better to go to South Africa and win on Tuesday.
Rwanda definitely showing a bit more ambition here in the closing stages, and there's a tightness about the Super Eagles now. There's a tension around everybody on the pitch, in the stands, at home, I'm sure.
Cruzeiro has made a difference, and he's caused Frederick to volley that one away. Rwanda caused Frederick to volley that one away. Rwanda away against Zimbabwe in midweek. They'll play that match in Johannesburg and finish at home against Benin and away against South Africa. They do with a point from this game to keep their World Cup dream alive. It's, this attack comes to an end. Offside flag is up again.
They talk about game management, Mark, and this is a moment now where Nigeria need to manage this last 5 minutes. Their feet in the dugout area. They're ahead. They need to stay calm, keep the ball, pass the ball well.
It's risky as well. They're obviously going to think at some point about the travel.
Crucial to get the 3 points. A couple of late changes, though, some fresh legs, as you suggested.
That's the two final changes for Nigeria. Ola Aina is coming off. Did his job at right back. And the captain is coming on. Kong left down at the sides. Dessers, the first half sub, coming off. I'm sure he understands it's about locking down for the final couple of minutes. Right, say Samuel coming on as well. So two defenders coming on, one full-back and one striker going off.
Pretty clear message from the bench. What we have, we hold. good to have the experienced head of Trust Ekong on for the last few minutes here.
These days, but played all over Europe before that. Of course, played a very big role at the last Africa Cup of Nations. Scored in the final. Kessier and Sébastien Haller winning it for the Ivory Coast, though.
It's good work by Simon there, keeping the pressure up, forcing the error.
And Rwanda giving it away. Simon, one of the better players today. This is a bit of a wild attempt from Tele Bashiru. Looking forward to seeing what he could do once he got in position. Foul on Ndidi. Nigeria might have other options come October. And that's a final double-header away at Lesotho and on to Benin. Kelechi Iheanacho getting a move to Celtic in Scotland late in the transfer window. Might play himself back into form as we watch that replay. A great challenge on Ndidi that time.
Very interesting to see how he does at Celtic. Good opportunity for him to get back into the goal-scoring habit.
Well, perhaps no surprise that tonight's goal scorer is your sporty hero of the match. He is offside this time. Lovely touch by the new signing for Wolves, but Tolu Rakodare got the all-important goal for the Super Eagles in this game. He has been voted your player of the match, and thanks to everyone who voted. If you've enjoyed the action. This game live in Nigeria, thanks to Sportybet. And all three remaining qualifiers will be live as well. Starting with that cheek, tries another cross. It's not his best work. It stayed in play. We're into 3 minutes of stoppage time. Big money move for Tolu. 25 million euros. The stadium, by the way, cost a bit, $96 million. Modelled on the Allianz Arena, the home of Bayern Munich, the German champions.
By the young man, just seeing that one out. Not a few seconds running down off the clock.
He's on loan in Belgium this season from Brentford. Done his job in place of Trust Ekong at the heart of the Nigeria defence. Can they get a second goal to send the fans home even happier? Tolu stretching for that one, missing out.
One of those ones where he might have been tempted to just go into the corner flag and keep the ball. Instead, now Rwanda have possession and can counter-attack.
This is surely the visitors' last chance. The Wasps have a sting at the death for Nigeria. Well, not a bad idea to hit one into the penalty box, but Stanley Nwabali on course for a very important clean sheet. Hasn't been too busy, but did save in the corner. With 17 minutes to go, best chance for Rwanda. Nigeria about to move above the visitors in the Group C standings. They'll be 2 points clear of Rwanda. 1 behind Benin, 6 behind South Africa. We'll talk about 6-pointers. There's one to come against South Africa.